What's up, everyone? This is Burn Designs. Sorry it's been a long time since I've recorded, but it's I'm giving you a tutorial on tables, HTML tables. This is gonna include CSS too, so it's a little plus. I just got Battlefield. It's actually a pretty good game. I was doing the beta and it was alright. Not too fond of the glitches that was in it, but hey, it's a game. Anyway, let's get back on point. Here in Notepad++, we'll just use, I guess, let me close this down. I'm uploading a video for Battlefield. Yeah. That's actually being uploaded to my other channel, my personal channel, Burn Designs. Yeah, it's right there in the corner, as you see. Anyways, let's get back to it. So first, we're just going to start off with the basic HTML format. Oops. We're just going to call this, for the title, we are going to use tables. If I can learn how to type correctly. And we will be, I'm not sure if we should use an external CSS file. I guess we will, because I'll make it a lot easier for you guys. But this template will be able to be downloaded on my website on the downloads page that I am currently creating as of now. Here's a sneak preview for that, by the way. Yeah, it's just a quick downloads page. Anyway, getting off topic again. So we're done with our HTML format, the basic markup. Let's go use the external CSS. So what we're going to do, if you don't know how to do this, all you're going to do is type in the less than, link, your relation is going to be style sheets. Oops, let's see if I can spell sheet right. Alright, your type is going to be a CSS, so oops, text/CSS, and your link is going to be whatever link you want, so I'm going to use CSS \global. I use global because I make it global as in it's universal. All the templates will have it. All the templates in the folder that have this external file right here. Alright, make sure to include the .css. Without this, you won't be linking your CSS file. We are just gonna start off with a basic table setup. So let's go table. We are actually gonna go ahead and define the class, and we are gonna set the class to tBorder. I got this idea from MyBB, so hands up to MyBB right there. We're gonna use thead. Make the thead one row. Set the TD to, let's see, class trow, I believe. That's what I used before. I've always used trow. Oh wait, no, because this is the thead, we're going to use the thead class. Sorry for that. And we're just going to put title as a real quick placement. And close the td tag, close the tr tag, close the thead tag. Alright, here's a tip. Whenever you're doing this, the amount of, I believe it's the amount of, not rows, but columns you have is the same amount of columns you need to have in the title. And really all you gotta do, since I'm in Notepad, all you gotta do is, if you're on PC, or if you're on Windows like I am, all you gotta do is hit Control D, and it drops this. Now all you gotta do is remove this. You can either leave it blank, but I tend to just put a space in. That's the code for a space right there. It's Unicode. Alright, let's go use the T-body tag. Alright, now we're gonna open up a new row and a new cell. But this cell is going to be T row. And we will just put description. Close that. Let's go actually just drop that. Close the row. I don't know why I put F. Close the body. And then finally close the table. Now all we gotta do is hit Control Save. GTA 5 template that I'm making. Let's go save it into a new folder. And let's call this tables. Alright, we'll make this the index page. Make sure to include the HTML. Or if you're not going to type the HTML, save file type as hypertext markup language and just hit save. Now because this is an external CSS, what we need to do is open up a new file and go ahead and start it off with the body. Now I like to make my line height 1.4. It's a good separation between each height. I always set my margin to 0 for some reason. It just became a habit after a while. And we'll save this real quick. Folder and CSS. Because we put it in a folder, we have to create, because we put the external file in a folder already, we gotta create a folder for that external file. Make sure it's the same name. Make sure you save it as the same name you put for your CSS file. Once again, you can save it as, I believe, yeah, CSS, cascading style sheets, or you can just put .css, whatever works. Let's go change the background to a light gray. So background, we will use EF. Forgot to include the hashtag. Alright, hit save. Our first class is the T border. So let's go just make the table CSS file, include the T border. Oops. By the way, class, if you don't know this, starts with a period, a dot, whatever you want to call it. Forgot to include that. And then we're going to go ahead and do the T head. Sorry for the key bashing, by the way, it's a habit. And T row. Alright, T border, let's go start off with a normal border. So border, 1px, solid. By the way, px stands for pixel, if you don't know this already. And we will use a light blue, so let's use 407 FA7. And actually, if we open this up, we will be able to see the markup as is. As you can see, it's a blue border around this. And let's go for the table. We will do border spacing 0. There we go. Uh, I guess we can set the body padding to 20 pixels because I'm not including this inside a container like I normally do. So we'll just use that. We'll use text align center just to center it all, I guess. Alright. We'll set the margin to... No, we'll just leave it at 0. Alright, the T head, let's go change the background to the border, so 407 FA7, and let's go add a padding of 5 pixels. We'll save this. Oh, let's change the color, by the way, to white. By the way, I am hitting Control S for save, but normally you would just hit save up here. I'm so used to hitting Control S that came second nature. As you can see, it goes all the way across. But as you can see, there's this space right here. That's the second cell that we included. Let's see what happens if we remove that cell. This is why I say it's important to add this cell. If you have more than one cell in a single row, you have to have more than one cell in the head. That's why it's important. Alright, just re-add that. And let's see, T row, we will add a border right. Nah, let's not add a border. Let's go add a padding of 5 pixels, just like the T head. And we will add a let's see how that looks first. It's looking good. It's coming along great. Let's go ahead and copy the row. Control C, Control V. Let's see what that row did. Added another row. What we are going to do is we are going to go to the T row, add a border top of 1 pixel solid, a little light gray for the top, border bottom 1 pixel solid, and a darker gray than on the top. Let's see what that does. That's a nice line right here. Let's go change the background of the T row to, oh, I don't know, say #222. Adds this nice separation right there. But as you can see, the color is way off. You can barely see the color. All you gotta do is compensate for the color, so color. Let's go make this white. If you don't like white, we can do lightish white, I guess. A shade of white. I call this antique white. Doesn't look like it changed, but it actually did. It seems dumb. Believe me, my personal opinion, it's not. Now for the head, because it's a title, we will add a font weight. And we'll just use the word bold because we want it bold. Let's go actually change the font family of the entire thing to, let's say, Arial sans serif. This should get rid of these lines at the very edge of the letter. There we go. And basically, that's like the MyBB table, I guess. By the way, let's go also change the width of the table to about 85% and change the margin to auto. What this does is it auto centers vertically and horizontally. So there we go. As you can see, the description just completely has this big open space. That's because we changed the width of the entire table and not one cell or one row. And that's just by having the table right here. Alright, that's about it, I guess. I mean, you can add more tables, add more cells. Another thing you can do is you can just copy this entire thing inside the table and let's see, paste the entire thing back in. Look at that separation right there. It's the same table. Let's go copy this entire table and paste the entire table. We'll have two tables exactly the same. The only difference is it looks like it's all in one table. It's because the margin on the table is set to auto for the top and bottom. Let's go change this to 10 pixels. Oops. Okay, there we go. And leaving the horizontal at auto will keep it centered, while changing the vertical to 10 pixels, so it separates it by 10 pixels. And you can change the width to whatever you want. I usually use 85 because it doesn't take up too much space. You can clearly see the background. Guess that's about it. I mean, you could include some JavaScript to close the tables like MyBB or whatever. You can use this in your PHP files, HTML, basically the same. I mean, PHP just includes the PHP in the file. Basically all does the same. You're using HTML and PHP together. That's about it. And thank you for watching. I will gladly see you whenever I record next, I guess, because got this new Battlefield, kind of getting into it. It's actually on right now and just looking at the screen. But yeah, you can check out my channel in the description, my personal channel for the gaming, other stuff, whatever modding that I used to do. And peace.